Fine. Let's straighten the record. From the start, there has been a buzz about XRP reaching a historic $10,000 being certain, rather than only a possibility. And suppose what? That forecast received a turbo boost recently. We are discussing only Larry Fink from Blackrock putting his weight behind this. Picture this. He's not merely referring to a pitiful $10,000 per XRP. Oh, not so great. He is stressing it as a basic need. Welcome back to your All Things XRP Go-To Hub. Let's quickly review before diving right into the material of today. From you, I need a little favor. Attack that like button right now. Hit subscribe and ring that alert bell to become part of our wonderful community. Here is also a tiny heads up. Approaching the 60,000 subscriber level, we are getting ready for an amazing XRP giveaway. Participating in the giveaway comes easily. Simply follow 3 easy actions. Thus, ensure your readiness and tuning in. To guarantee your place in the giveaway, remember also to leave a hashtag MoneySide in the comments. Here, it gets juicy. Imagine heavyweights like Blackrock and Vanguard, giants of finance, now carefully weighing XRP for their worldwide activities. And hang upon, it becomes better. Whispers of Blackrock starting an XRP-targeted ETF are floating around. Indeed. Correct what you said. Nevertheless, wait, there's more. Larry Fink kept on from there. Glancing at the enormous $30 trillion real estate market, one wonders what drives its destiny. You grasped it, ready to token quadrillion dollars from the ISDA, the International Swaps and Traders Association, poised to pass through the XRP ledger and RippleNet. We are not limited to discussing $10,000 per XRP here. That is children's play. Up to $60,000 per XRP, our potential worth is soaring. Mind-exploding, indeed. Let us now enter the next section. BlackRock's Larry Fink delivered again another shocker. He is acting as well as speaking. Tokenizing everything, Ripple and its digital asset, XRP, are on the brink of something massive. And we have a clip in the next section of our video that will definitely grab viewers. Larry Fink personally attesting to BlackRock's intention toward creating XRP ETF. Let us therefore not wait anymore. Here is the footage you had been waiting for. One instance we are legitimizing it is the advent of Bitcoin ETFs. More safety is being created here. Still, pay attention. Are you going to do another ETF? Could you consider an XRP ETF? You have Ether right out there. We here? What about XRP? Could you respond in such manner? I'm not sure. Furthermore, you do not want me to? Yes, I do. I'm not sure, though. All right, they're wrapping things for me. I appreciate you. Particularly with XRP, we have seen a flurry of oddities in the crypto scene recently. Imagine this. XRP's value skyrocketed on the internationally known exchange, Crypto.com, landing an astounding $43,000. This isn't a one-time occurrence. It fits a rising trend of XRP's value suddenly skyrocketing, unexpectedly. Recall how last week's discussion of a 7,000 XRP problem at a top exchange covered. Now it's Crypto.com turn, and it appears that these abrupt fluctuations in XRP's value are starting to show up on many other exchanges routinely. Let's next turn to something else, which I discovered via thorough investigation, equally intriguing but unconnected to BlackRock or the general XRP market rise. We are delving into a subject including well-known SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, who replaced Jake Clinton. As most of you are aware, Gensler regularly labels XRP as a security. Here is when it gets interesting. Robert M. Gensler, Gary's identical twin brother, is the same age and looks remarkably similar. At T. Rowe Price, Robert is a major player acting as vice president. Digging a bit farther now will reveal that T. Rowe Price is not any ordinary financial company. among the main participants heavily funding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and, yes, XRP are these three. Here there is, therefore, a fascinating link. Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, keeps labeling XRP as a security, while his twin brother is actively working in an investment company, major XRP investor, among other cryptocurrencies. This interesting juxtaposition begs some interesting issues regarding the complex dynamics under action in the realm of Bitcoin rules and investments. This leads to a delicious prospect. Could Robert Gensler, vice president of T. Rowe Pricing, having unique understanding of XRP's potential, like to that of Bitcoin and Ethereum? Given the company's large investments in these three cryptocurrencies, this idea starts to make sense. Although the SEC openly rejects any idea of insider trading, many studies and investigations have indicated differently. Emphasizing market manipulation and insider trading, these studies have often highlighted dubious SEC policies. One senses a pattern starting to show. Relatives of SEC officials seem to be alerting them on which digital assets would shortly be removed from security classification. These kin then make early investments, and the value of the asset skyrockets when it is formally designated non-security, allowing friends and relatives to benefit selling high. In this regard, let us speculate that Robert N. Gensler might have had insider knowledge of the possible SEC loss in a lawsuit against XRP via his brother Gary Gensler. Such data would suggest that Congress would advocate a settlement between Ripple Labs and the SEC, so smart investors would find a perfect opportunity to participate in XRP. But seeing T. Rowe Price progressively direct money toward Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most importantly, XRP adds still another level of complexity to this story. While the crypto community buzzes about XRP may be hitting amazing heights, $10,000, $20,000, or even $60,000, especially those who have been optimistic about XRP, such as Jack the Rippler, forecast an exponential increase in its value, maybe exceeding $589. Though bold, this forecast emphasizes the mounting enthusiasm and conjecture around XRP and its possible influence on the Bitcoin market. Wall Street is peering at a slice of the rich XRP cake, and my hunch will be through an XRP ETF first major action. Still, let's explore farther than this development's obvious surface. From Crypto Basic, we have some quite interesting news. A former Ripple director has noticed that some analyst is implying that JP Morgan has jumped significantly into XRP. We have to investigate this, since this disclosure really made me raise eyebrows. The narrative follows this pattern. Previously connected to the BitBoy crypto brand, Ben Armstrong revived some dubious assertions regarding JP Morgan's claimed XRP investment, which set off a response from an ex-Ripple director. Renowned player in the crypto scene, Armstrong exposed this in a series of entries. According to him, JP Morgan bought a significant 7,500,000 XRP token. Armstrong then continues to assert that this action accounts for around 7.5% of JP Morgan's whole worth. Still, hang on, since the arithmetic in this seems very odd. Put another way, 7,500,000 XRP at its present value of $4,460,000 does not even approach 7.5% of JP Morgan's wealth. With JP Morgan's total assets reaching an astounding $3,890 billion as of its 2023 assessment, Armstrong's estimate doesn't quite line up. Armstrong stresses the importance of JP Morgan's alleged approach despite this, implying they are covert XRP stockpiling. He claims this makes JP Morgan a rising heavyweight in the Bitcoin scene. Thus, we have a story of Wall Street behemoths like JP Morgan maybe entering the crypto market, more especially with XRP. Furthermore, even if the computations could be a bit erratic, it is not to be disregarded the concept of significant financial institutions exploring cryptocurrencies. With XRP at the center of several amazing breakthroughs, it indicates a greater tendency of conventional finance crossing with the digital currency realm. Armstrong's forceful remarks have also brought Blackrock, the behemoth of asset management, front stage, claiming that Blackrock, just off the approval of its iShares Bitcoin ETF, is now looking at XRP for its investment portfolio. He is stirring the pot. Armstrong did not stop there either. He is also honing in on the continuous legal conflict between Ripple and the US SEC. His perspective is that these financial behemoths, with great prospects, are plunging into XRP. If this tendency of accumulation is real, then big league financial actors are betting on XRP among its regulatory roller coaster ride. This is the truth, people, here. The acceptance of cryptocurrency by Wall